She had everything she prayed for: the promotion, the influence, the paycheck. But the morning right after one of her biggest wins, she sat in the car, hands on her wheel, whispering, "Why do I feel so empty?" And this is what I call a wrong building moment. You climb, you prove, you keep everybody happy, and somewhere along the way, you realize the air feels thin up here. You can see everything, but somehow you've lost yourself. My friend, that emptiness isn't failure, it's a holy awakening. You've been told that if you just work harder, plan better, and pray longer, you will finally arrive. But arrival seems to keep moving. The cost, your sleep, your peace, your joy, and maybe even your confidence in God and His timing. You've been trying to fix a spiritual problem with willpower and discipline, and that will always leave you hungry. Jesus said in Matthew 5:6, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Not just any hunger, but hunger for the right thing. Because not all hunger leads you to home, leads you to happiness, leads you to joy. Some hunger is just noise. It's like the world shouting at you about what you should want. It's that pressure dressed up as ambition. It's the striving that sounds spiritual, but it drains your soul. That kind of hunger drives you. It keeps you grinding, chasing, performing. And no matter how hard you climb, no matter how hard you try, it never satisfies. There's another thing about the right kind of hunger. It doesn't drive, it draws you. It whispers instead of shouting. It pulls you toward peace, toward clarity, toward alignment with God's rhythm of grace. When you finally listen and you realize, this is what I've been striving for. This is what I want you to experience. One of my clients told me, "Donna, I climbed a ladder. I made it all the way to the top. But it was on the wrong building." She thought she was hungry for success, and she got it. But what she was truly starving for was purpose and fulfillment that only God can bring. A life that was fit for who she truly was, not just what she could produce. She wanted to wake up without dread, to lead without pretending, to build something that didn't cost her her peace. And when she named that hunger, and she began to recognize the right kind of hunger, everything changed. Not because she quit or she started over, but because she aligned and finally stopped feeding the wrong appetite. That's what I call spiritual intelligence. It's the ability to discern the difference between what the world has trained you should want and what your spirit is truly calling you towards. What sounds like ambition, but what's actually alignment with God. What feels like hunger, but it's really just an old pattern on repeat. But hunger isn't the absence of gratitude. And often we think it is. That we can't be grateful and still want more hungry for more purpose, more joy, more peace. But you can. Hunger is actually the proof that God is pulling you forward. It's the proof that your spirit is alive. It is okay to crave what God has for you next. So let me ask you, what if the exhaustion you feel isn't because you're not doing enough, but because you're doing the wrong things? What if that quiet longing inside isn't weakness? It's God calling you home. What if you're not behind? You're just waking up to what you really want. Pause and take a breath. Let that settle. This is exactly what we will talk about in my Peace Over Pressure Masterclass on Monday, November the 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are going to untangle the difference between pressure-driven ambition and peace-led purpose. Because you can want more and still have peace. You can be ambitious and still be aligned. But first, you have to know what you're actually hungry for. So, as we enter this month of gratitude and holy hunger, let me ask you again, what are you really hungry for? Not what looks good on paper, or not what everyone else is climbing. What does your soul crave? Maybe it's peace that doesn't feel like giving up. Maybe it's clarity that lets you breathe again. Maybe it's courage to step off the wrong ladder, even before you see the right one. Maybe it's being a voice, not an echo, for the first time in your life. Whatever it is, it's okay to name it. It's okay to want it. God put that hunger in you on purpose for a purpose, not to torment you, but to guide you home. And maybe it's time to climb down. Feel the solid ground of peace under your feet and let God show you the view from His vantage point. If something inside you just whispered, "That's me," please don't ignore it. Join me for the Peace Over Pressure Masterclass on November the 10th, and let's get you on the right ladder before the year ends. Also, if you want a one-on-one clarity session, book a wisdom consultation with me, and you don't have to keep climbing the wrong building. Let's find the one that you were created to be on. Let's find the answers that you're looking for. I'll see you in the masterclass. Bye for now.